I've stayed in my share of opulent hotels, you know the kind. The lobbies are cavernous, polished to a mirror sheen. The service is so crisp it almost crackles. Someone is always there to open a door you could have easily opened yourself. These places are designed to be perfect, seamless fortresses against the unpredictability of the outside world. For a long time this was the very definition of luxury travel. It was about insulation. It was about being served course after course of meticulously plated food in a room so quiet you could hear the clink of a fork from across the hall. It was comfort, perfected, and predictable. But a strange thing happens when you are surrounded by too much perfection. There's a beautiful contradiction at the heart of this new movement. Let's call it anti-luxury luxury. It sounds strange, I know. But it makes perfect sense when you think about it. It's the idea that true luxury isn't about having more, but about experiencing something more real. It's the deliberate rejection of the generic, gold-plated perfection that can be found in any major city in the world, from Dubai to New York. Instead, it is the passionate pursuit of the unique, the local, the beautifully imperfect. It is luxury that doesn't shout its price tag. It whispers its authenticity. This type of travel requires a different kind of investment. It's not just about money. It's about investing your time, your curiosity, and a bit of your vulnerability. It means being willing to get a little lost. I will never forget an afternoon I spent in Sicily. I was not in a celebrated restaurant. There were no white tablecloths, no crystal glasses. I was in a small, humble kitchen, filled with the scent of garlic, tomatoes, and something ancient and wonderful. I was with a woman, a grandmother, a nana, who must have been in her 80s. Close up on her wrinkled hands as they moved, deft and certain. She was teaching me to make pasta, not just any pasta, but her pasta. The recipe wasn't written down. It was in her hands, in her memory, in the way she knew by feel alone, when the dough was just right. This is the heart of it. This is the experience that no five-star hotel can ever hope to replicate. As we worked, she told me stories. For a long time, the status symbols of travel were things you could show off. They were tangible. A photo in front of a famous monument. A designer handbag purchased on an exclusive shopping street. A post from a notoriously expensive resort. These were the ways we signaled to the world that we had made it. The focus was on the external, what we could acquire and display. The stories we told were often about the price tag, but that currency is being devalued. A new form of social capital has emerged, far more personal and far more difficult to obtain. The ultimate status symbol is no longer what you bought, but what you felt. It is the emotional souvenir. It's the story you can tell that no one else can. The sound of a village festival you stumbled upon by accident. This is a currency of authenticity that cannot be faked. So why is this happening now? Why are travelers with unlimited budgets turning away from the conventional symbols of wealth? We live in a world that is increasingly disconnected and digital. We communicate through screens. Our food is often processed and packaged, its origins a mystery. We are starved for things that feel real, tangible, and human. The predictable perfection of a five-star hotel, once a refuge, can now feel like just another sterile environment, another screen separating us from reality. Gold-plated taps, marble bathrooms. In a globalized world, you can find the same brand of luxury in almost any capital city. The Four Seasons in Milan feels a lot like the Four Seasons in Miami. The Four Seasons in Miami. They offer a flawless, standardized product. And while there is a certain comfort in that, it is also profoundly uninteresting for someone who is traveling to experience something different. The truly affluent are often the most well-traveled. They've already seen it all. The opulence has become boring. The search is now for the unique, the singular, the experience that cannot be franchised. The travel industry is already responding. A new ecosystem of travel designers is emerging, specializing not in booking hotels but in crafting bespoke journeys. They are cultural matchmakers, connecting travelers with local artisans, chefs, historians, families. The luxury hotels will not disappear, of course. There will always be a market for comfort and impeccable service. But the smartest among them are already adapting. They are starting to see themselves not as isolated palaces, but as gateways to the local culture. For all of us, this is a wonderful development. It encourages a more thoughtful and respectful way of moving through the world. It pushes us to be travelers, not tourists. A tourist consumes a place, a traveler engages with it. This shift prioritizes human connection over commercial transaction. It fosters mutual understanding and respect between visitor and host. When a traveler pays to learn a craft from a local artisan, they are not just buying an experience. They are helping to keep a tradition alive. In the end, what we seek when we travel is a story, and there is no greater luxury than that.